So the CMA has been under fire ever since the EU came out and approved the Xbox Activision Blizzard acquisition. I think after the CMA blocked the deal, a lot of people in the UK expected the EU to follow suit and do the same thing. And obviously that wasn't the case. As we know, the deal right now is in the appeals process. Microsoft is appealing it. And there are people out there, analysts, saying that this deal may get overturned because of the irrationality of the decision that the CMA came to, specifically when it comes to cloud gaming, which is the reason why they blocked it. And one of the things that was pointed out by the EU specifically that the CMA got wrong was that they believe that the CMA overestimated the amount of gamers who actually utilize cloud gaming, the amount of market share that Xbox has, because the CMA used the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscribers number to account for Xbox's market share, where that obviously is not the case, where everybody subscribed to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate uses Xbox Cloud Gaming. So it was a very odd way to calculate Xbox's market share. And that alone has the CMA getting asked questions, why they blocked the deal, all that type of stuff. As we know, the CMA isn't specifically a government department, but it is appointed by government officials, but they do operate independently. And now they're under fire. They're being questioned by the UK government and asking them about promoting innovation in the country. And do they understand what they're doing essentially? And will this affect companies wanting to actually operate within the UK? This is an article here from Reuters. And it says here, British regulators should understand the need to promote growth. Finance Minister Jeremy Hunt said on Wednesday when asked about the UK's antitrust watchdog's decision to block Microsoft's $69 billion Activision Blizzard acquisition. He says here, one of the reasons that companies like Microsoft and Google want to invest in the UK is because we have independent regulators that aren't controlled by politicians. Now, that alone, the sentence itself, I think, is very true for companies out there. They look at the UK and they see an independent regulator, not controlled by politicians, not as susceptible to lobbying, all of those type of stuff, not as susceptible to some of the corruption that goes on in government. You would think companies would be happy to see that. And Hunt here is saying that Microsoft and Google like that, but this decision by the CMA may hurt them wanting to invest more within the UK economy. It says here, I would not want to undermine that at all, but I do think it's important that all our regulators understand their wider responsibilities for economic growth. Now, the CMA's chief executive, Sarah Cardell, was being grilled, getting asked questions about their decision and asked questions about the CMA and promoting innovation, all that type of stuff. And she stood by her decision. So they strongly believe that they made the right decision here for the Xbox Activision Blizzard acquisition, that they are helping competition by blocking this deal. And if this deal is to go through, it will hurt the competition within the cloud gaming market going forward. So they strongly believe that. So it will be very interesting to see how the entire appeal plays out, because if they strongly believe what they're saying, they must have some strong evidence to back it up when this thing gets looked at even further throughout the appeals process. So right now there is a lot of stuff going on here because the EU did approve this deal. It is causing shockwaves in the UK. It's causing shockwaves in their government. I'm asking questions to the CMA. But one person who vastly supports this deal is Strauss Zelnick, the CEO of Take-Two. And this is an article here from IGN saying Take-Two boss supportive of Microsoft Activision deal. What's good for them is good for the industry. So he was asked what his thoughts were, and Take-Two supported the deal and all of that type of stuff. And here is what he says. What's good for them is also good for the industry. And then he's asked about cloud gaming at large and what he thinks about cloud gaming right now in the form that it's in. He says, I think it's important never to confuse a distribution technology with a business model. I would love to believe that streaming our titles would massively expand the marketplace. I'm not sure there's any reason to believe that. So obviously he supports it, but he still doesn't believe in the entire cloud gaming technology thing in a way of expanding the marketplace. But it is something that is going to come. It is something that will continue to grow as the technology gets better, as the internet improves. In 10 years from now, you'll see cloud gaming vastly improved, more people using it. And at that point, if Take-Two sees it as a way to expand their reach, to expand their marketplace, this is something that I'm sure they will look into. And they're seeing this entire thing as a way that Microsoft is using their technologies essentially to expand it out, expand the industry to get more reach and access to people via cloud gaming, and they see that as a good thing. So when you see Strauss Zelnick coming out here of Take-Two with their biggest game, GTA, which makes a ton of money, billions of dollars, in fact, you can see that overall the industry actually supports Microsoft's acquisition here of Activision Blizzard, and overall they support cloud gaming expanding out and these games being spread out via cloud gaming, which is the main concession they made to get this deal approved on the EU. It's not like they're going to be holding Activision Blizzard and Call of Duty, all of their games, to Xbox cloud gaming. They are spreading them out to anybody who wants the free license for it. And no matter what streaming server is out there, they're going to be able to get access to the catalog of Activision Blizzard games. So just some more developments here in the Xbox Activision Blizzard acquisition. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you think about the UK's pushback against the CMA, as well as Strauss Zelnick coming out in support of this deal. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up. If you're new here, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. We'll be right back.